No, the question is, did all the Taschen books, I'm sorry, did the books start after everything was moved to the Getty? Is that the question? Did I understand that correctly?
Or was there something in the works? Because you can imagine Taschen sorting through everything at the Getty and making 48 different books from it.
Right. Well, the answer to your question is yes, no and yes. The first part is, yeah, so Taschen had published quite a few books just solely on Julius before the Getty acquisition. But when the Getty acquisition was happening, one of the things that they kind of built into the deal, and I was really nervous too, I'd already started this movie and now I'm dealing with the Getty, and I didn't know how that was going to go down, but Julius and Judy, I mean, in the contract was that this movie project would still go forward and Benedict would be allowed to continue to make books, which he still is. And it was actually a great learning opportunity for me because right prior to the acquisition, which you saw, I mean, when they took the actual negatives and everything, you saw that in the footage here, I was up there as well as Benedict, and I saw him for about 2 weeks. And just working side by side Benedict and watching what his eye gravitated towards, I had already been impressed with his abilities, but I have much greater respect after just watching him go through this entire archive. And he had 2 full boxes of negatives and color transparencies and actual prints that most people I don't think would really pick. Like, they would go for some things different, but you just kind of get a sense for these different aspects of the archive that Benedict was mining. But what's incredible about Julius and Judy is this took me a long time to make. And not once did he ever, neither Julius nor Judy, did they ever ask me, hey, Eric, what have you been up to all these years? Can I see something? They never asked me that. They trusted me, and that was huge.
How long did it take?
The question is, how long did it take? So I started, it was my New Year's resolution, and I'd never made a film before, so there was quite a bit of a learning curve. But it was my New Year's resolution for 2002 that I'm going to make this movie. So from 2002 until about pretty much the end of 2003, I did all this research and I interviewed people, and then I made this little kind of promo piece in hopes of raising money. And then I attracted what became my producer, Babette Zilch, and she came on and that was incredible, right at the end of January of 2004. And that's when we really started the film. So nothing from 2002 to the end of 2003 ended up in the finished version. And so then I worked on the film from 2002, and then I finished it in May of 2008. And then we premiered it at the Los Angeles Film Festival in June of 2008. And see, we ended up getting our distributor, Art House Films, which is an incredible distributor. Yes?
Your opening graphics, are they sound after the ceiling of the Guggenheim?
Good job. Gold star. Yes, it is, exactly. That's exactly what we did, was because I thought, looking at it, the architecture is geometry and form, and so that's exactly, kind of deconstructed the ceiling of the Guggenheim, and yes.
What's your next project in here? Are you going to continue?
Yeah, I've got a number of different things. The thing that's taken off, I'm working on a film right now called What Are You Growing? And a lot of people ask me if it's a marijuana movie, and it's not. But I like it that people ask me that. But it's a look into components and pathways for sustainable living and beyond. And are there any architects in the house? I'm actually, I do want to, by the way, I forgot to thank the sponsor for this movie. It's ORDA. Is anybody here from ORDA? No? Okay. But anyway, it's so this movie is about taking a look at sustainability. What does that mean? How does it apply to me, just my one person? How does it apply to small groups and family and communities? And then we kind of blow it up to kind of the macro picture of, can cities really be sustainable? And we've got a really great young architect, Bjarke Ingels, on board, a Danish architect who's he's a young starchitect, as they like to call him. So it's been an incredible project so far. It's been life-changing for me. Thanks for asking.